Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Alright. Well, today is going to be a little bit different, guys. I normally like to open up my lobby and let everybody in so we can game together, but today my goal is to try and actually get as many endless waves under my belt as possible. In game, I'm going to be doing a data extraction. So the goal here for me today is to just see how far I can go. I'd like to one day, hit 100 waves under my belt, but we'll see what happens. Now, I'm going to be personally playing on experimental today, which is just because I am trying right now to unlock all of the helmets in experimental. Now, it is possible that my progress will eventually get reset, obviously, but as you can see, I've got a helmet remaining here that I need to get, and that helmet is going to be achieved from, destroying ships with railguns and rocket launchers, which is going to be pretty easy to do in data extraction. So I've got to get 10 ships destroyed using a rocket launcher or a railgun, and then I'll unlock that final helmet that I had not yet unlocked in the experimental branch.
If you squint,
for the build that I'm rocking, I'm going to be using the shield capacitor. Just makes your shield recharge faster. Material charge combiner doubles the damage of your multi-tool. And then because it's going to be pretty much all space combat, I'm going to be running shock pants, which will just make it easier for me to repair things around the dart, and then extra health. Because I had an extra point, and there was no reason not to grab it. I'm going to go ahead and throw in my typical 100 credits into the vent and probably get myself set up. I'm hoping there's going to be a challenge rating 5 data extraction, but we'll see. We'll take whatever is the highest level. Okay.
I've marked some opportunities that may be worth exploring.
We got sabotage, and there's a challenge rating 5 data extraction. All right, cool. Now for build, I've chosen to take the dart because I think as I'm going to be doing a single player here for this one, and I'm going to be doing my utmost. Green, how's it going, buddy? I'm going to be doing my utmost to try and get a broken build to carry me through these waves. I'm hoping for grid redirector. I'm going to take the materia scatter reactor, which is the largest reactor, and I'm going to take the bioefficient generators, which are the largest generators, and hope for grid redirector, mass proxy, a few others. I'm rolling burst shield on buddy because it doesn't take up a whole lot of space and still provides a lot of value. I'm taking the disruptor lasers because they have the smallest socket size, and after you get enough artifacts plugged in, they're really powerful. Drift phase engine, just because while the microplasma engine would boost redirector a lot, I personally will want, especially in the beginning, the extra speed from drift phase engine. So I'll probably just unplug the scanner altogether and not bother with it. All right. Let's see what we got over here for artifacts to start us off with. We've got Reflective Wrath, that's useful. Squad Tactics is not. Numb Carnage is. So we've got 2 that we can plug in, 1 that we can feed, and that'll kind of get us started. And generally speaking, in this mission type, you're going to find tons of rocket launchers and railguns. So there's really not going to be any need for me to craft anything. So, or to buy anything from the vendor, rather. So, we're just going to go ahead and get stuck into it, guys. Hey, Green, how are you and Sarah doing this morning? I'm drinking a lot of green tea and honey here this morning to kind of wake myself up. My green screen's not quite disappearing. Sorry about that. Adjust the lighting situation. All right. And then I will just set destination so I can get out when it's time, but that'll be a while yet. Haven't heard from Sarah. She's probably alive. Oh boy. I certainly hope she's alive. She was alive last I spoke to her. I'm trying to catch up from being on vacation. That is honestly the worst, and I feel that. That is honestly the worst. When you've been away on vacation and everything is in chaos at work, I totally get that. See, actually, we don't need the scanner. I'm just going to leave that off. Gonna put that here. Jump drive will not need to be plugged in until it's time to leave. Excited to see the Blad play for once. Hey, Keepsake, how we doing, guys? So today we're doing something a little different. Normally I have an open lobby for folks to join us. Right now I'm trying to get as many waves under my belt as I possibly can. My goal is to try and see about this data extraction and see how far we can go. It's been a challenge I've wanted to do for a while, but I've kind of held off on doing it, so we'll see how this goes. Rolling dual disruptor lasers today. And Buddy, as you can see, has got himself a burst shield. So guys, definitely go check out, if you're not already, go check out Keepsake. Here on Twitch and on YouTube, they got their own channel. And you want to find out what's going on with the game here? Absolutely, they are the ones to check out. They are the source. And as always, their channel is linked below, so go check it out.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
All right, we've dealt with the initial ships. I'm hoping for grid redirector. Yeah, Keepsake says, I feel like once we add weekly challenge runs, they'll be right up your alley. It 100% will. I am so looking forward to that. And plus the endless mode that you guys have been talking about doing, I'm so excited. I know it's in the roadmap. I know it's coming. I'm really happy for it. I'm probably going to do, when we hit the endless mode, probably just do a full day long endless mode run and just have people drop in and out as I want. And just see how far as the community we can get and how many waves we can get under our belt, because I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. This is hands down my favorite game. Thank you so much for making it, guys. I have really loved this game. Everything about it. I know it's not finished yet, but it is so darn good. So for the ship build today, guys, we are rolling dual disruptor lasers. We've got the drift phase engine for its utility, and we're running the burst shield for Buddy. And then I just grabbed the largest reactors I could get, because I'm hoping for grid redirector, but we'll see how it goes. So far I've got numbed carnage and reflective wrath, which are both excellent artifacts for your ship to be buffed up enough for this mission. So a good start. Oh, got a jump beacon coming in. That was a good ways away. Hopefully we'll make it there in time. We'll see. Got a little less than a minute before this wave is over and we get another buoy. Okay, we had a Corvette jump in. Now, early on, Corvettes are going to be a pain because I'm only running the disruptor lasers, and they are for DPS early on, the weakest pilot cannon. So I've chosen the disruptor lasers because they do not consume ammo, and that'll be one less thing for me to worry about while I'm doing this run. And plus, once I get a few artifacts under my belt, they'll be powerful enough it won't matter. Although I will say my absolute favorite pilot cannon is the bolt accelerators. I love those. Right up my alley. But I love marksman style weapons, and that's kind of what the bolt accelerators feel like to me, like a pilot cannon's version of a sniper rifle. I enjoy that immensely. But these disruptor lasers, they are pretty useful. If there's a challenge for keeping the paint job shiny, I'll have to pass. Well, you are the original paint scuffer, my friend. Honestly, I'm gonna have to coordinate with you guys and make sure that everybody can join us on the day when the endless mode, when the endless mode launches and we do that challenge where we're trying to get everybody to join as many as possible. So I'm gonna need my number one pilot there, Green. All right, now we just gotta deal with that vet, and then this wave should be over.
Activating burst field.
Oh. Okay, so he's got a missile launcher and then cannons below, so no railgun to worry about this time. Okay. Like I said, with Corvettes being a little tanky, they take a little bit for the disruptor lasers to drop them in the beginning. But once you get a few artifacts under your belt, it's not going to make much of a difference. I always try to hit as many crits as I can because it helps speed up the process. Okay. Supply drop should be here right in front, and we'll wait for the Corvette to stop moving. Let's go ahead and put out the fires. I am running shock pants right now since I am the only one capable of doing the engineering role right now. I figured it would be useful. Let's bonk our head. That's good for us. And there's the grapple. And we're in. Cool. All right. Let's see, we get any artifacts? We do. Reflective breath. I'll take that. Core repairs. Got force fields. And some materia. Cool. All right. Well, that's a start. I'll take that. Now, before timer runs out, I would like to get the ship repaired. If I have time, I will go and grab... if I have time, I will go ahead and grab that the stuff off the Corvette. And this, unfortunately, well, it would top on my shields for the moment, so we'll just do that. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be jumping, so it's not going to be getting buffed like it could be if I was in, say, going to be making frequent jumps. 30 seconds. I think I got enough time for the Corvette. I just need to get close. Right. I do not have scanners engaged right now. Okay. I'm going to have to hurry. Of course, there's a little weirdness because he's in the terrain right now, but that's alright. Just gotta rush this thing. I got a little extra health, so that should come in handy, and... Alright, it's not gonna work because it's in the train. That's okay. Let's go ahead and get back to the ship. And that may phase out later. I'm not worried about it. I don't really need the ingots, so... Alright, we got friends. Cool. Let's go ahead. I'm going to try and get out into the open here because it's going to be a little bit easier to fight these guys out in the open. Alright, that Corvette definitely has a railgun. So I'm going to bear that in mind. I'm going to try and deal with the Corvette last, deal with the little guys first. Corvette's being tanky and all. Okay. Got about 30 seconds where they're going to keep spawning, and then we're going to have another buoy drop in after we've cleared the wave. Got 5 ships remaining currently, provided nothing else jumps in, but we'll see. Alright, cool. I feel like the burst shield is a good call for this. The other good choice would probably be like giving Buddy a railgun. He's a pretty crack shot with a railgun, and frankly, the extra firepower is certainly not something you would, it would be a miss, honestly, because you'd help drop these ships, especially since I'm running dual disruptor lasers. But Getting the extra defense from the burst shield right now is pretty nice too, so you got options. Nice thing about the burst shield is that if we do manage to get grid redirector, it takes up less spaces on the grid than the railgun does, so it'll ultimately buff grid redirector a little bit higher. Cool. Alright, we got 1 pip of ship health remaining. Buddy will repair us if need be. I'm not going to worry about that right this second. I'm just going to worry about taking this out. And there he goes. And that's a railgun. Got some fires on board. Buddy is the best wing bot, guys. Alright, cool. The vet's disabled. Now I'd like to remove the fires from the ship.
We can leave now or stay and get more supplies.
Alright, cool. And then let's go see if we've got repairs at the buoy. We got some materia. That'll come in handy. And looks like we got rocket launchers and such. Cool. Well, I am trying to do that one assignment, so those will come in handy. Alright, I don't see any core repairs, but we did pick up materia, which will help out in the repair process. Wolf, how you doing, buddy? Good morning. Morning, Hawk, chat, and Keepsake. Challenge accepted. Overdrex, how's it going, bud? The day is going pretty good, buddy. Going pretty good. Glad to have you here. We are doing a little bit of a challenge today. The goal is to try and get as many waves as we can under our belt with data extraction here. I'm hoping for some busted artifacts as we go, but we'll see what happens. I'm also trying to unlock that final combat suit helmet in this this build, so I'm going to be doing that here in a minute. Try and use the railgun, because I got to use the railguns and the rocket launchers to take out some enemy ships. 10 of them. Almost out of time. Alright, got 6 seconds remaining. The ships are going to be in before I'm done with this, but we are here. Okay, this is going to be one of the different waves. When the okay, everybody's got the burst shield going. Good. He'll help protect the ship. I'm just going to set that there for now, and I will organize here in a minute. Cool. Alright, missile ships are down. We've got 4 ships remaining. Great job, guys. Alright, buddy. I appreciate you protecting the ship. It's working out. Alright, cool.
It'll take them some time to get another force like that.
It looks like this Corvette has come out into the open, so we can tackle that one.
Requesting supply drop.
And we'll get the supply drop here. The ship did not take very much damage there, so...
Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed.
I'm on 3 non-consecutive hours of sleep for the last 2 days. I am dying. Oh my gosh, buddy, I am so sorry. That sucks. Did I already get this one? Huh, okay. Well, that's strange. But okay. I haven't seen that bug before, but that's alright. That does suck, man. Oh gosh. As somebody who has dealt with insomnia before, I feel you, buddy. That's rough. see, we got shield reflector. That's beautiful. Numb carnage. Got a couple more railguns. I love that things are so much easier to interact with now. Ooh, Legion blueprints. That's a good one. It's not super powerful for the disruptor lasers specifically, but it's still a very powerful artifact. It's great for the railgun especially. Legion blueprints is a personal favorite. It works nicely with a lot of the weapons that I tend to use, both on ship and on foot. All right, let's see what we got. We got... How much time we got? We got 35 seconds remaining. That's plenty. We can get things in order. Okay, that's Legion. I'm going to go ahead and set that here for now. Let's see, can I grab these other two? That's it. There we go. Numb carnage, which I think I already have one. Is this is a common? I'm gonna feed it to numb carnage. Got resonant amplifier. Go ahead and throw that in for now. And what do we got? Shield reflector. That would actually be really useful. I'm gonna go ahead and remove force fields for now. Put that in. We're just gonna buff that. All right, cool. Anything else we'll have to worry about here after the next wave is done? All right, we got a couple of sniper ships. I see that right off the bat. Those always come in twos, so if you see one, there's going to be another. And definitely they are priority number one. The other one's over there on the other side of that asteroid, so I hear friends coming in from the other side. There's a Corvette there. All right, snipers are down. Provided there aren't any more, we should be good. Okay, well, he has a missile launcher, so maybe not a railgun.
Activating burst field.
I personally find missiles easier to deal with than the railgun. Missiles obviously track you, but railgun blasts just hit so darn hard.
Activating burst field.
Cool. All right, we got six ships remaining, and the vet is one of them, of course. I'm gonna save that for last. We got a couple of fighters here. All right, well, I now see where everything is, so that's convenient. What I should do, since there's only a handful left, is bring the ship over here. Let's see, is there a rocket launcher? There is. All right, cool. All right, and Corvettes take 2 rockets. I've only got 1 remaining, so I'll have to finish it with the railgun. That's all right. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna probably need to get a little bit closer to hit that accurately. Let's head him off. Buddy will protect the ship with that burst shield and such, so.
Activating burst field.
Honestly, the ship has not lost its final pip of shield anyway, so. I'm not sure how far I'm going to have to lead that shot to hit him. Railgun is definitely a skill-based weapon when you're trying to take out ships with it. The closer the enemy ships are, the easier it is to hit with them. Alright, let's see if we can catch up to him. Got him. That's ridiculously fun, guys. I love that you can do that. I mean, I love that you can sit on the top of the ship with a railgun or a rocket launcher and just completely wipe things. It's incredibly fun. It's especially useful for the dart, which doesn't have as many guns on it, so... Oh, we got grid redirector. Nice. That's exciting. Wolf says, Overdrex, I feel your pain. My friend, I have had some recent struggles with sleep as well. I hope you get some rest soon. Yeah, definitely. Sleep is important. It's easy as gamers for us to completely ignore our need for sleep, but it is definitely important. We got grid redirector. What are we going to... Let's see. We've got 2 reflective wrath. I'm going to go ahead and swap out that. We're going to put that there. Okay. Cool. We've still got several railguns. Got a couple of core repairs. I'll take those. Let's go ahead and craft us a shield unit, so we're prepared for the next engagement.
Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed.
There was a vet, but I don't really have time to deal with that. So I'm just going to go ahead and forgo that for the moment and just get prepped for the next wave. So right now we've got Grid Redirector at level 2, Shield Reflector, Reflective Wrath, and Resonant Amplifier all maxed out, and Numb Carnage at level 2. Numb Carnage is pretty useful. I should probably try and get that leveled up because that reduces the amount of damage that you take by a significant amount, really. That could really come in handy and ease the repair process. And of course, Grid Redirector and the others are going to make me powerful enough that the ships are going to last long enough to do a ton of damage, but as we are probably going to be here a while, I would kind of like to buff myself up pretty considerably on both fronts, really.
Activating burst field.
As disruptor lasers are starting to do a considerable amount of damage at this point. Things are dropping pretty darn quick.
Burst field active.
Okay, we got a fighter in that direction. And shield reflector is pretty fun. I mean, as long as you've got shields, if they hit you, they're going to be damaging themselves. So, and as you can see, we're taking down that Corvette pretty quick at this point.
Report it and look for valuables.
Activating burst field.
Okay. Got more friends coming this direction. Oh.
Burst field active.
I'm assuming he was taken out by Reflective Wrath, or Shield Reflector, rather. Because I did not shoot him. One of the cool things about running Burst Shield with Shield Reflector is that the damage that the enemy ships take from hitting you is not reduced, but when the shield is active, the damage you take is reduced. So, yeah, it can come in handy. Alright, got some materia, that'll come in handy. And another rocket launcher. Cool, I don't see any artifacts right off. That's alright. We're sitting pretty good on artifacts, so I'm not too upset about that. And we will continue to get more as we go. Alright, let's go ahead and shove this materia in. Let's say move you up. Picked it up. Nice. Alright. We've got one use remaining in that shield unit, and then that'll be out of commission. What I'm going to do is, because I am occasionally dealing with these Corvettes, and I do have enough time to deal with one now, so let's head to the nearest one. That's going to be you over here. I'm going to go ahead and deploy that ammo crate, and then I'll have plenty of ammunition for my halberd here. Now, I personally like to always come on the right side of the Corvettes. You guys that have been with me a while will know that. It's a little bit easier to get cover on the right side. Although being able to pinch from both sides with a friend is pretty useful too. It throws off the bots. Breaks them up enough that no one of you is taking too much pressure.
Another spike in activity. Prepare for a tough fight. Hostile reinforcement.
Alright, cool. Enemy ships are here. Got 6 so far. And that shield reflector coming in clutch there. I didn't have to do a thing, and it took out several of them. Okay, 1 ship remaining. This is wave 6 so far.
Activating burst field.
Good work.
Cool. Overix says, wait, Corvettes are not symmetrical. I am that distracted to not realize. They are designed symmetrical, but the right side of the Corvette is actually, while it is designed symmetrical due to the hitbox of the ship, it's a little bit easier to get into cover on the right side than it is on the left side. So if you were to come onto the right side, and just from the way that you hit the wall, you can get further in, closer to the Corvette, behind those little areas that stick out for cover. And so on the right side, you're more protected than if you go on the left side. And that's why I will, if an option, go for the right side. But design-wise, yeah, they're the same. They're symmetrical, so it's just more of kind of like your hitbox, where the wall starts and stops for each one. And let's see, we got a few artifacts. Got shield recycler, which could be useful, but I think at this point the others that I've got are going to be doing me more good, honestly. And then let's see. I need to do some organizing. What I'd like to do is anything that I'm not going to be immediately using, let's stick it in a bag, and that'll save me some space. And then we got these. Pineapple power. I'm going to feed that to grid redirector for now. We got Desperate Barrage, which is also useful. Well, we've got Shield Reflector and Numb Carnage. I'm pretty happy. And Reflective Wrath is pretty good. I'm going to roll with what I got for now. Once everything gets buffed up, I could probably just go ahead and start swapping out the Resonant Amplifier.
Okay, they've locked onto us.
Because I won't need that to buff everything at that point. I can just buff them by feeding them, and then that'll open up a slot for me to have something to be having a greater effect. All right, buddy. Thank you, Green. All right. Not to boast, but did you see that shot? Buddy, you don't even have a weapon. What are you talking about? I love that he takes credit for your kills, guys. It's hilarious. Alright, we got more ships coming in. Numb Carnage and Grid Redirector are going to be most useful artifacts right now since my shields are down. And most of my others are dependent upon the shields. The other two are Reflective Wrath and Shield Reflector are both dependent on having shields, which I don't have right this moment, so. Alright, cool. And if I feel like swapping out my pilot cannons, as long as I got materia, I can always craft what I want later on. Wouldn't mind mixing it up a little bit as we get further into this challenge. Just so things don't get boring. But I want to build up a little bit of store of materia before I go fussing with something like that.
Activating burst field.
Okay, one remaining fighter, and then we get our next buoy. Cool.
Requesting supply drop.
Cool.
Good work. We have some time before they come at us again.
That speed from shock pants is absolutely crazy, guys. I almost never run that artifact, that augment, but it is nuts. Okay, we got scrap mechanic, large repair. Let's see. There's an artifact here. Boarding blitz, that's fun. Especially if you got a crew. Right now, it's not super useful for what I'm doing, but if I were doing this with a crew, then absolutely boarding blitz would be amazing. All right, let's see what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and top off numb carnage as much as possible, since that's gonna make a huge difference. And then, yeah, stack those, put one in. Got a couple of large repairs. I need to start cleaning up. So I can actually see what I got. Let's lay these out where I can take advantage of these. I do want to go ahead and unlock that helmet while I'm here. I got plenty of railguns and rocket launchers, so we're going to grab those. We need shields. I do believe if we had a shield unit left, I think it only had like one use left, and I don't remember if we had one at all. Yeah, no one.
Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed.
Cut. Shields are topped off. We're good to go. What I'm going to do is actually sit here with these rocket launchers and we'll knock out a few ships. All right, 3 seconds remaining.
Okay, they've locked onto us again. Here they come.
All right, cool. Here we go.
Entering the combat station.
Okay, one less.
Burst field active.
See, I don't know if that's going to hit or overshoot. Nope, it came back. Knock off. Okay. Rocket launchers are depleted. Let's go ahead and top off shields while we're up here.
Shield unit installed.
Cool. That's a few more for the assignment.
Activating burst field.
Yeah, some snipers. Is that the other one? That is. Okay. Elite snipers, they're down.
Activating burst field.
Cool. Alright, I see some missile gunships over here.
Burst field active.
One less. Alright, and we got a vet there. I'm curious, now that I buffed Grid Redirector and the others, I wonder how quickly that Corvette's going to go down.
Activating burst field.
Let's see what we got. Just getting melted.
Requesting supply drop. Combat disabled.
That's fun.
They board it. They're regrouping and the jamming is down. You did well. We can leave now or stay and get more supplies.
That's cool. Alright, let's see. Looks like we got some more artifacts here. We got squad tactics, which is really good when you got multiplayer. Right now it's not super helpful, but then that just means it can be fed. And we got friendly fire. also a multiplayer artifact. Let's go ahead and top off shields.
Shield unit installed.
Okay. All right, so Numb Carnage is now topped off. What I'd like to do is just kind of save a few artifacts, and then when I got enough that I can start topping things off, I'll go ahead and swap out Resonant Amplifier. All right, we're building up a nice supply of repair kits, so I won't have to craft those anytime soon. Let's see. Scrap. This has 0 uses, so all it's good for is scrap at this point. There's another rocket launcher over here. Cool. All right. Well, I am set for the next wave, which is 30 seconds from now. Let's see. Will I be able to rush one of these Corvettes? I am rocking 2 rocket launchers, so even though I'm not on the ship, I'll be able to fight the enemy ships. And I do have shield reflector, so what I of course do not have is something buffing my on-foot combat, but it'll be alright.
Another spike in activity.
Cool.
Prepare for a tough fight.
I love this perk, this augment that you can do on your personal build for buffing the multi-tool.
Self-destruction sequence initiated.
One thing that Keepsake has told us we will be getting eventually is different multi-tools, which I'm pretty excited about.
And try it out. Return to the hangar for analysis and upgrades.
Just completely took himself out. That's funny. All right, we will need shields. So if anything we're hurting for right now is going to be materia, I think, but yeah.
Shield unit installed. Shield unit
Is your starter bug fixed with item interaction? Let's just say that they've been working on that. In the main branch, things are not completely patched up yet, but let's just say that what I'm experiencing is certainly promising, so. All right. I think we had a buoy come in, but I'm not entirely sure where it is. Let's go ahead and plug in that sensor real quick so I can see which of these is current. Let's see, there's a Corvette. Okay, we're on wave 9 so far. I actually don't see... Interesting. Is there still ships in play? Let's see. Maybe I need to clean up these Corvettes. I'm not sure. I'll take a look. Yeah, I'm currently in the experimental branch. I'm trying to get my experimental branch caught up with my main branch right now. So I didn't have, for instance, yeah, this one's still wigging out. Let's see, will I be able to flip the conduit? Nah, that ain't gonna work. Okay. We're just gonna take that one out. Yeah, I'm in the experimental branch, just trying out stuff right now. Like I said, I'm trying to get everything caught up. I have one helmet remaining to get, and it's the one where you, it's for the combat suit, where you get it for taking out enemy ships with railguns and rocket launchers. Could just show us with the ship. Probably be faster as buffed as the ship is right now. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up Corvettes right now and see what that does for us. Right now, what I'm trying to do is see how many waves I can get under my belt in the endless modes. Just a fun little challenge. Something I've been meaning to tackle for, honestly, quite some time, but I've been busy handling a bunch of other things, so it's not been at the top of my priority list, but yeah, today seemed like a good day.
As they say,
Alright. So I've got time right now. Let's use the multi-tool.
no more traps detected.
So Carl Johnson, how's it going today, buddy? You doing alright?
Self-destruction sequence initiated. Leave the ship as soon as possible.
Let's see. Alright. Well, that bag is starting to get pretty full. And we'll see if this drops some materia, and then we'll head over for the next one. Doesn't look like it did. That's okay. We got 90 in reserve right now, so we'll be alright. I'm good, just doing my office job. Okay, I gotcha. I appreciate you joining, buddy. Now, depending on when Keepsake launches stuff into experimental, it's gonna kind of dictate my schedule, honestly, because obviously when we get new stuff launched in the experimental, I'm definitely gonna want to check that out ASAP. However, probably going to be experimenting a little bit on trying out some endless mode runs, or not endless mode, endless wave runs, like on data breach and data extraction.
Expedition.
And I'm also thinking about
Very nice
oh,
job.
out of balance here. Okay, let's see. Will I be able to grab this before it kicks me back? If you're out of bounds long enough, it kicks you back to your ship, so... Oh. That's funny. It kept the grapple. Alright, we got it. Cool.
Leave the ship as soon as possible.
Alright. Final jump is set. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get out, I guess. I don't know if there's it says destroy the attacking forces. We're on wave 9. Let's see, do I have scanners enabled? I do. There's a buoy here. Let's go ahead and check that real quick. Let's go ahead and reset the final destination. Cool. Cool. I'm gonna check that buoy real quick. It might be one I've already done, but we'll see. How are things for me? I'm doing pretty good, buddy. I'm doing pretty good. We also have the jammer thing over there. I can check that again, but I think... Okay. That's all right. We should, what we can do here pretty easily is I can swap over to the other one as well and see how far we can get that. I've gotten pretty far in data breach. I think I got it to where the enemy waves were like 70% strength. That was pretty fun, pretty crazy.
Never fret. Buddy's right behind you.
Okay. I think everything's good here, so we'll see if we can jump out. If not, I'll just return the hangar and I'll swap over to the other one and try that out for a bit. That'll be fun. Alright. Let's make sure I've grabbed the gnomes. Gotta have my crew, guys. Alright, well, I don't see anywhere to jump out, but that's fine. That's alright. We were able to get to wave 9, and that's pretty good. And now we're just going to return to hangar, and we'll swap to another mission. Alright, cool deal. Have you ever found that the cat is easier to use on endless ship because it has more guns? I think it depends on what you're running, and it depends on how many people you have in your crew. I absolutely love both ships. The cat is incredible. There's nothing wrong with the cat in the slightest. It is a wonderful ship. I'd really love to play as the gunner in the cat. That's a lot of fun. When I'm playing solo, I usually like to run the dart, but they're both very powerful. Let's go ahead and grab us a data breach. And we'll see if we got anything in the inventory that could be interesting. The cat is definitely powerful. I find that the cat is extremely versatile. After you get a few artifacts under your belt, the cat is really good.
It's you.
But I think early on, the dart for dogfighting is probably more powerful. At least in my personal opinion. All right. Hey, Keepsake, if you're listening, I need a way to be able to insert a ton of extra credits into the vent. Got to keep the troll in the vent happy, you know. My thinking with Solo Cat was just to let Buddy do most of the shooting or double up on defense with burst shields. Yeah, and I mean that definitely works. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put down the gnomes. And we got Legion Blueprints, Scrap Mechanic, and Desperate Barrage. I'm gonna go ahead and deploy Legion Blueprints since that could be useful on foot, and then I'm just gonna feed the rest of that. And that'll be the only artifact I get in this run, but that's okay. I wonder if 2 target module stacks. I'm pretty sure it does, I think. I don't know, I'd have to double check. It's been a while. It's been a while since I tried. I don't remember right off the top of my head, but you know what? I'll check that.
Here.
I do know that the targeting module on the scanner and the targeting module on the weapon, I know they stack. So I can confirm that. So like if you take the targeting module scanner and then you take the targeting module weapon, yeah, they stack and will give you, instead of a 20% buff, 40% buff. Which is pretty sweet. Now, oftentimes when I'm running multiplayer, unless I'm using a very coordinated team, I rarely run the targeting module scanner because a lot of people don't realize to use it. So, all right, guys, you're coming with me. Are we ready? Oh, I forgot to change my build. Oh well. I got shock pants, which is completely useless for this, but it'll be fine. I do have the extra health, so that'll come in handy. Extra health, and I've got the stronger multi-tool. And I have shield capacitor, all of which are pretty handy for this. Ideally, I would have liked to have brought in something like feedback injector, so I can get some free ammunition while doing this, but it'll be fine. And if it's not, you guys will have something to laugh at. But if Buddy uses the targeting scanner, that should give a damage boost too. Or does he have to ping targets? He has to ping targets, and I don't think he currently does, but it's been a while since I tested it, so we'll see. Now, my thoughts on this area, I absolutely love this area. This is one of my favorite missions. That grapple point can be dangerous because of this pod that drops right here. If you get squished, obviously, you have to self-revive from damaging the ship. And I find this grapple point to be a little bit dangerous because there's a pod that lands right here. I like to use the one underneath, personally. Okay, got a canister release. Looks like it's up on the balcony area.
Take that, you dirty machine.
Materia canister released.
Exterminate all beings.
Good shot, buddy.
Exterminate all Legion trash.
Canister release pending.
Okay, that's over there. Now remember, guys, you can reload while grappling. You can also reload while doing a melee strike, so if you want to keep that DPS or movement going, that's pretty easy to do.
Materia canister released.
We'll give them no.
All right. Might whip out the old javelin. I haven't used the javelin in a little bit. I've been using the halberd a lot. Kind of trying to prep myself for the bulldog. I'm really excited about the new weapon, guys. I think it's gonna be a ton of fun.
Canister release pending.
Looks like it's time to dance.
Materia canister released.
All right, got a few friends coming this way. Hi, how are you, friend? Yeah, I got stuff coming this direction.
A fine shot indeed.
Canister release pending.
Okay, that's up top. Now let's get away before we get set on fire. The fire completely ignores your shields and goes straight for your health, guys. So, but you will not be ignited immediately as soon as they hit you with flamethrowers. It takes a second for it to set up. Okay, got that one.
Area secure. No more time.
Built up a little bit of materia here. So we'll be able to grab some healing units, some ammunition, and maybe a weapon or two. Could be fun. I wouldn't mind rolling with the maul and the javelin for a bit. It's been a while since I've
Use it quickly to restart.
been playing around with those. Like I said, I've been using the halberd a ton lately. Let's see. I'm gonna grab probably an on-foot ammo box and have a mini-mate ready to go. And then let's go ahead and make a javelin. Do we have enough for them all? I don't think so. Oh, we have just enough. Perfect. Go. All right, let's go ahead. Gonna put this here.
Okay, they've locked onto us again. Here they come.
Looks like it's time to dance. A fine shot indeed.
All right, guys. Let's see.
Canister release pending.
Time to take out the trash.
All right. Got a materia canister over here.
One less to worry about.
I do love the javelin.
Materia canister release.
It is a fun weapon. Heard from Sarah, she is alive. Maybe I missed her chat. I don't believe I've heard from her, bud, but I am glad she's alive. That's good to know. It would be very upsetting if she was not alive, buddy. But I figure she's probably working right now, so kind of hard for her to be in the chat right now.
Materia canister release.
All right, let's see what we got.
Hostile forces detected.
All right, after I get a few waves in here, I'm probably going to go ahead and open things up for everybody, and anybody that wants to join me in game is more than welcome to do that. Might roll out with my javelin for a bit, just for kicks. I'm definitely not going to leave my niece behind, because I got to have my gnomes with me, you know? It's very important. Green says, 10-4, indeed. I had to make a phone call on break, so I left. Wasn't sure if she had been in here and chat was erased. Nope. No, generally the chat should be there, unless somebody's being particularly unkind. I try not to erase anything. Let's just hang on to our materia for now. We got plenty of ammo. We've got plenty of health. All right. Got ammo, got health. Don't feel like I need too much right at this moment. We'll see what happens. All right, we've got 2 waves under our belt right now. We got, okay, wave 3.
Terminate all means
Yep,
of trash.
got a couple of lasers.
A fine shot indeed.
Hi, friend. This is starting to get a little hot.
Canister release pending.
Great shot.
See if we can remove some of these lasers from the equation.
One less to worry about.
Got a canister. That's up top. Not everything's come down. I can probably go grab that.
Time to dance.
Gonna have to refill my javelin.
Materia canister release.
Grabbing ammo.
Cool.
Water. Aha, got one. You can leave some for me too, you know.
Canister release pending.
Targets approaching.
Oh, there's a few little spiders here. Let's leave before that radiation becomes an issue. Cool. All right.
Hostile forces detected. Great shot.
Canister release heavy.
Let's see what we got there. Okay. That's up top.
Have at you, agents.
Materia
More
canister.
friends dropping in. Cool. All right, we got about 200 materia under our belt. 240 now.
A fine shot indeed.
Let's see. All right. Oh, hi, friend. There's a laser drone up there.
Canister release heavy.
I hear another laser drone on me. Starting to get a little low on ammunition. Can deal with that here in a second.
Grab ammo.
Generally, not a safe place to jump around, but staying wasn't exactly safe either.
We'll give them no quarter.
Okay.
I've diverted some power to the assembler.
Okay, that's wave 3. We've got one more download packet that we got to do. What was my ammo looking like? Got 2 hits on it remaining. It's probably enough to get through this. And then we can just conserve our materia for rewards at the end. Health is a little low. I should probably go ahead and grab a healing unit just to have on standby. And remember, guys, anything that you don't use, you can put back on board the ship for credits at the end of the mission. They do count towards your rewards, so might as well.
Prepare for a tougher fight.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get our health topped off. Oh, we got spider tanks. And little radioactive spiders.
Forces detected. Got one.
Look away, Wolf. Look away. Wolf loves these little guys.
Canister release heavy.
I think they're an awesome design. The fact that they don't hurt you, you know, until the radiation builds up is pretty cool.
Materia canister released.
Okay, that's going to put us at 250 materia.
Time to take out the trash.
All right, one more spider tank. There's another here.
Canister release heavy.
You could leave some for me to shoot, you know.
All right, that's on the far side. We got a couple more spider tanks here.
Materia canister released.
All right, well, it's released, but I don't have time to collect it right now with all that radiation right there. I'll come back for it.
Enemies incoming.
Taking ammo.
I'm gonna go ahead and top off that. I'm not quite ready to top off a javelin.
Take that, you dirty machine.
Okay.
Canister release pending.
Got a spider on the bridge. And there's another canister
Nice shot.
back in the same place. Okay.
Grabbing ammo.
Exterminate all Legion trash.
Got 11 seconds remaining.
Materia canister release.
Okay. Should have 2 here.
Take out the remaining Legion forces.
All right, cool.
Take that, you dirty machine. A fine shot indeed.
Canister release pending.
RNG is loving this far location right now, which is kind of bad for me given the fact there's so many radioactive spiders. This is the worst place to go. There's no grapple points.
Materia canister released.
Take that, you dirty machine. You can leave some for me too, you know.
Canister release pending.
Okay, we got another canister.
Detect.
Got about 30 seconds on that, where that's no longer available. So let's go ahead and see if we can at least remove one of these guys from the equation. There it is. Cool.
Materia canister released.
All right. Hey, friend.
I've completed a download and linked to the box.
Okay. Spider tank's dealt with. Good deal.
If you think
All right, now what I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to go ahead and craft some rewards and go ahead and get out, and then I will make my lobby. I'll probably swap back to the main branch and make it public, and you guys can feel free to join. Should be pretty close to having that helmet. Let's see. I don't think I can afford anything at this point. Nope. 10 materia ain't worth nothing. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to roll with the javelin on this one. Seems fun. Let's take my Nisa. Let's go ahead and get out.
Purging the materia filters.
Okay. All right. I got my friends. I'm ready to roll.
initiating takeoff. Jump imminent.
I was able to craft quite a few large credit cases there, so. All right. Starting to stockpile a few credits. That's pretty cool. All come in handy. I have quite a bit more on the main branch, honestly, though.
Hey, I got some great
All
stuff
right.
for you, my friend.
Let's go ahead and I'm going to put back to my preferred build. And we're going to go ahead and quit there. Yo, how's it going? So let's go ahead and I'm going to take 2 seconds. I know I should take a moment for it to update and put me back on the main branch. And yeah. So how's everybody doing today? The game is Jump Space. It is in early access by Keepsake Games. It's linked below for their Steam page as well as their website, etc. Feel free to check it out. You can also check out their official YouTube. That's linked in the description as well. But basically, the concept of Jump Space is that you are up to a 4-man crew, although it is quite possible for solo player. And you are commanding a ship. You got to keep the ship alive. You're going to be jumping from sector to sector. And there's a mix of on-foot combat, boarding enemy ships, and surviving. It's oftentimes been likened to Sea of Thieves in space. We are basically trying to survive the Dastardly Legion, which is the enemy robots that want us all dead.
Okay. Bye.
All right, game's back up. That only took a moment to update, guys. Okay, we are back in the main branch. We were rolling in the experimental branch for a bit. Right now, there's not much difference between the two branches, but I've been trying to bring my experimental up to where it's on par with my main branch. I have equal amount of unlocks. So, all right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make an open lobby, guys. You guys can feel free to join. Let's check my build. Somehow, I'm guessing there probably isn't game audio on your guys' end. Yep. Okay, let me correct that. All right, that should have fixed it. Cool.
Despite all we've lost, I think it's really important to
All
try
right,
to
let's
stay
get that lobby
optimistic.
open. And anybody who wants to join is welcome to
Things
do
will
so.
get better. You'll see.
All right. Title is Hawk is live streaming. And I'm going to go ahead and put that up in the chats for you guys. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? You've never seen the game. Yeah, well, it's reasonably new. Came out in September into early access. So it's not in 1.0 yet, but yeah, it's a great deal of fun. Sarah says, "Hey, I'm here now. Now, just not for long. Hiding from the supers in the restroom." I get you. Well, I'm glad to hear from you. You doing all right today? All right. Friendly fire is really good if we get a team, and then anti-ship arsenal can be fun, and pizza brawler. You know what? I'm gonna roll the catamaran right now. Let's put in my usual payment to the troll in the wishing vent. Trying to see how many I can get in here. I originally had it at, I stopped at 66. If you are a Star Wars fan, you know what I'm talking about. But as somebody had joined and had pushed it beyond 66, at this point, I'm just trying to see how many credits I can get in that vent. Okay, we got rapid pulse cannon, mining lasers, burst shield, missile launcher. Yeah, that should be good for anybody who chooses to join. Let's do, let's see. What seems fun? We've got challenge rating 3 distress call, and it'll be friendly to anybody who wants to join. And we'll do that. I'm going to go ahead and start it, but you guys can join me mid-mission. Feel free to do so. So this is the original ship. This is your starting ship, the Catamaran. It's a very versatile ship. Right now, it's the larger of the two that we have available, but we will be getting a third, not with the next update, but soon. And what I've heard is that the next ship is probably going to be,
The distress call originates from a sector
in reality, about slightly smaller than the Catamaran, but larger in concepts. It's going to be more focused on artillery. So I don't know details. I have not seen the ship yet, and I could be all wet, but I'm looking forward to seeing what we get. I'm very curious. All right, let's get this adjusted. I'm going to go ahead and stick these things here. Let's go ahead and put you here and you here. And good. Everything's on the power grid. Okay. So you're going to be managing your ship. You're going to keep it alive. You're using a resource called materia, which is in these canisters like I'm holding right now. You put them through the disassembler, and as you can see, I just added 20 materia to my fill tank. The top left is your ship's health. The blue pips are shield. The green pips are core health. And then the bar underneath is your materia fill. Each ship has a different amount of materia they can hold. The Catamaran here currently has the most of being able to hold 1,000 when it's fully upgraded. The Dart, which is your smaller fighter style ship, is capable of carrying currently about 600 materia at total. And that can play off of different artifacts, like you just saw me plugging in for different effects. These are kind of your roguelite element. These artifacts, they will give you buffs for just your run. Other things can be persistent. Anything that you hold in your inventory, for instance, my weapons that I have in my hands, or if I were to take Nisa here with me out of the mission, then they would be able to stay with me and I'd be able to hold them as artifacts. There are little Easter eggs throughout the mission, and you get to customize your character and your build. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, there is progression. We are in early access, but the devs have confirmed that they don't intend to reset our progress. So for those who would be worried about that, you don't have to worry about that. We will be able to carry our progress on over into 1.0, although you can expect some mechanics and things to change. I know that we're going to be getting a shield rework. Right now, they just work as extra core health, basically, but we will be getting new options. There are some craftable weapons in the ship, as well as med stems, various utilities like fire extinguishers and such. Fires will break out on the ship, and there are a few fire extinguishers already included. There will be things such as this here where you can get leaks in your materia tank that will have to be fixed. So various things will happen. Plus there are sector modifiers and things that will alter your run. Each of the levels are handcrafted. They're not procedurally generated, but you get these modifiers. Like this one says there's going to be incoming Legion ships as soon as I get into the area. Plus there's a supply beacon in that area which will provide goodies. This one over here indicates that there are artifacts to be found in that area. And artifacts are these modifiers here that I have already plugged into the ship. So yeah, as you can see, you will be jumping from sector to sector. The different ships function very differently. This is the slower and less maneuverable ship. It's your starting ship, but it also has more guns and more shields. Sir says, I'm okay, I'm staying busy, but small mills are pretty low on work. But they're calling Friday again. Surprise, surprise. Oh, joy. So you're not going to get your Friday off again this week again, huh? We've already had a notorious slacker fake sick and go home. That does happen.
I'll also be able to open the facility vault so we can access their equipment.
One of the things that about progression in this game is that you get to customize your ship. Like, I have an engine that allows me to fire off flares, which throws off missiles when they're tracking me. Different engines don't have that function. Nawak, welcome in. Well, finger's not working. All right, and like I said, it's 4-player co-op. You can play with people. You can play with randoms. There's a server browser that allows you to play with anybody. And then there's always people in the Discord and stuff, always hitting each other up for a few games. So it's pretty fun. There are some explorable areas that you will find in run that do not show up on scanners. This is one of those such points. Yeah, looks like the sentries have spotted us, so I'm just going to go ahead and take them out. As I said, you get Buddy Bot when you are playing solo, or if there's just 2 of you. He helps you out. When you have 4-player, Buddy Bot, he's basically just there serving drinks at the bar, so. Which, let's talk about that. That's an important part of the game right now. There is a pizza maker in here.
I'm seeing some interesting things up ahead. Let's have a look.
And so you can heal yourself by eating pizza, and you can even slap the robots with the pizza. You can also make drinks over the drink machine. Pretty cool stuff. You're going to be transitioning pretty frequently between on foot and ship combat and objectives.
Enemies incoming.
It's a fun game. I enjoy it. Still very much early access, obviously. We're going to be getting a ton of new content. There's tons that is in the roadmap. And, yeah.
You can leave some for me.
Lots to come. Now, when you are in solo, as I am currently right this moment, because our friend dropped out, which is okay. Buddy will come with you on foot. He has a pistol. And you can slap things with pizza. Very important. And he can also revive you, should you go down. Revives in this game work a little bit different. They cost materia. And I think it costs 10 materia to get a revive. Right now I have 18, so I have enough for 1 revive should I need it. And then once you run out of materia, you can still revive yourself, but it does damage to the ship to revive you. Okay. And now we got a point over here. As you can see up here, it says hyperjump is blocked, which means I won't be able to move on until I've taken out the jammer.
Weapons home. Time to dance.
All right, sentries are down.
Parking procedure initiate. Parking procedure complete.
I love slapping things with pizza. Now, if you're wondering, as this is obviously a question that most of us gamers will ask whenever we start up a new game, is there fall damage? There is not. The spacesuit seems to eat any potential fall damage.
Fine shot indeed.
which means you can jetpack, jump around, and go crazy as much as you like. And the movement in this game is so good. I absolutely love it. Plus, we're about to get a slide. They have had a slide in the works for a while, and it should be coming with the next major update, which will be in March. So, it is just around the corner.
That's the vault. Once we
All
breach
right,
this,
we're gonna have to breach this vault to get the
you need to fight them off until
ability to jump out of this sector. Plus, there'll be loot inside the vault.
Hostile forces detected.
Now, you can bring healing items and ammo crates in with you into these areas to make doing these areas a little bit easier. I have taken recently to using the multi-tool, which is your infinite ammo pistol starting weapon. I've been using that a lot. I've got an augment. Materia charge combiner, which doubles its damage.
bypass is required.
It still doesn't hit quite as hard as some of the weapons you'll pick up, but it hits reasonably hard and has infinite ammo. So, what I've kind of taken to doing recently, just for the fun of it, is running in with just the multi-tool and one other weapon that can save my hide should I need the extra DPS. And then I typically will use whatever I find in the run. Like, I found that side clip this here, the machine gun I've been using. Found that at the other area there, so I'm running that right now. I'll probably swap it out when we get to the next sector and try something else.
Exterminate all major threats.
There's a lot of different weapons to choose from and a lot of different play styles that are accommodated, which is fun. Plus, you get to customize your character. One of the parts of the progression is being able to level up your character, and
System malfunction.
once your character's leveled up, you unlock augments that you can slot into your build freely, back and forth. You can swap them out whenever you like, and they will just change the way that your character plays. Like, as you can see down here in the bottom left, I've got shield capacitor, materia charge combiner, and feedback injector. The shield capacitor makes my shield charge faster between shots. The materia charge combiner makes my multi-tool more powerful. Ooh, there's an amplifier. I'm gonna have Buddy, and it's rare wood. I'm gonna have Buddy grab that. So we picked up an artifact there. And then the other one gives me the chance of getting my complete magazine refunded to me in whatever weapon I'm using. It's a 20% chance every time I get a kill on a robot. So. And there are all kinds of crazy builds that you can do. There's a lot more than just that. And they're adding stuff all the time, so.
Progress needs. You need to perform an active bypass to proceed.
Oh, spider tank. Okay, we got a point over here. He's gonna put up his repulsor shield. I'm gonna go this way.
System malfunction identified.
That is not a safe place for me to be anymore. As you can see, you got a grapple hook, so it really makes the movement a lot of fun. Gotta get back before someone is suspicious of me. If you're still on during lunch break, I'll see you then. Alright, I'll look forward to it, Sarah. I'm hoping to go for a few hours today. Last couple of streams, due to circumstances, I've had to cut them a little bit shorter than I would normally like. I'm hoping today I'll be able to kind of make up for it to you guys. Okay, progress bar is completed. Just gotta clear out the enemies. All right, cool. Now we can safely go ahead and crack this door open and move on. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this slice of pizza and get a little bit of health back. Go. There are a lot of different ways to play. I have tutorials up on YouTube that you guys can check out. All right, got a couple artifacts there. Cool. Legion Blueprints is a particularly good one that I rather enjoy, so I'm excited about that. All right, Resonant Amplifier will buff whatever I put in. Got Component Stabilizer, which is useful for multiplayer. Right now, as I don't have a whole lot of people with me, it's not super useful. But Resonant Amplifier, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plug it here, and that's going to buff Pizza Brawler. As it's a rare artifact, it's got more power than a common. The ones you can pick up from the vendors before you launch, like you guys saw me do, those are common always. But they can be rare, they can be common, rare, or they can be legendary. This Legion Blueprints and this Resonant Amplifier are both rare, which just makes them more powerful than they would be at base. And then plug that in. Okay, and now Resonant Amplifier. So normally Resonant Amplifier will raise the level of the artifacts around it by a level or two. But as you can see, this is a rare one, and so it raises the level pretty significantly. Right now, with it being at level 2, because I just buffed it up by feeding another artifact to it, it now buffs everything by 4 levels. So it is maxing out this Legion Blueprints and my Pizza Brawler. So my Pizza Slaps will be very powerful now. Especially if they're being buffed by... We'll see if they get buffed by Legion Blueprints too. I would imagine that they would, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and top off my health. Let's go ahead and get to the next area, guys. I'm going to go ahead and throw down this side clip down into the cargo bay area. If anybody wants it, it is fair game. I will not be picking it up again, probably. All right, moving to the next area.
Initiating takeoff.
Jammer is now down, and I can move on to the next area. So the goal is to get to the final area. And as you can see, we've got stuff that will pop in from time to time, like this ambush. And it just kind of keeps you on your toes. There are a lot of different roles to play. Keepsake is not interested in locking anybody into classes, which I appreciate. I think keeps things interesting in this game, makes it more fun when everybody can do whatever. But it does, it makes, you can pilot, as you've been seeing me do. You can also manage the guns over here. And there's a couple of different options for the guns. Okay. I'm going to leave the gunning to Buddy right now, though, since he does not pilot. That is one thing he will not do. But you can mix and match if you got a crew. It's a lot of fun. And the makers, Keepsake, they are a really great group of guys. They have really earned my respect. I've been working with them since the closed beta that they had for this game. And honestly, that was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed my time there. They were really a treat to work with because, frankly, they are really good guys. They care about this game very much. They're passionate about it, which is clear from the way they treat it, or the way they treat the fan base.
Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed.
And they have been consistently bringing us lots of good content for this game, with tons more to go. The roadmap is chock full of really cool stuff that they're going to be bringing to us, so I'm pretty excited about it. Oh, yes. Now I just need the artifact Forceful Recycling, and this Pizza Brawler is going to be insanely powerful. So this is one of the parts of your progression is finding these components off of enemy ships like that. And then you can bring those back to the hangar, and you'll get to keep the components and be able to plug them into your own ship. This one is the fragment cannons. Those are the starting cannons that you already have. I've already unlocked all the components for the game, but we will be getting more as time progresses. So, all right, that Corvette dropped a little bit of materia, which is your end mission currency that you use to craft things. So I'm going to grab that. Buddy will clear it from the filters, so I'm going to get to the next area.
The distress call is coming from this area. Move closer to investigate it.
I'm seeing some interesting things up ahead. Let's have a look.
Welcome back, mate.
I'm under heavy attack.
Alright, we got a Corvette, it looks like.
Please help me. I will share my cargo with you. Weapons off. Time to dance. Activating burst field.
Alright,
They're gone.
Corvette's down.
I wouldn't have made it without you. You can take some of my cargo as promised. Good luck on your journey.
Okay, well, we've saved the ally. I'm going to go ahead and board the Corvette. Start clearing it out. As you can see with the Legion Blueprints artifact, the bolting tool has become quite powerful. All right.
Self-destruction sequence initiated.
The Materia Scatter Reactor. That is the largest reactor in the game. The way that the reactors work is they have protected squares and non-protected squares. So you've got green and blue, which will be on your power grid.
Return it to the
There are events called ion rifts, which will cause the power grid to flicker. The blue squares will not flicker, so anything on the blue squares will stay powered on even when you are being affected by radiation or ion storms. Which is pretty useful.
materia collected. Empty collector.
Alright, the ally ship that we rescued, he has dropped a bunch of loot, so we're going to go check out the buoy here, which was here when we jumped in, and then, of course, the yellow cache there that the ally dropped. And for anybody who has not played this game or doesn't have it yet, guys, the game is only 20 bucks right now for the early access build. Like I said, they're constantly updating it. It's really good, and in my personal opinion, it is definitely worth the $20. I have gotten a ton of enjoyment out of this game. Honestly, I have over 400 hours in this game at this point, and that does not include the time I spent in the closed beta as well. So that is just purely my time in early access right now. Okay. Whoops. I was trying to open the door and I grabbed the grapple point instead. Let's go ahead and grab the materia from the other side. All right, cool. And since we've been a little low on materia, I'm going to go ahead and put the scrap into the disassembler right away. It's going to give us an extra 15. And we got a materia canister here. That'll be an extra 10. There's a rocket launcher. If anybody wants to play around with that, you can use it to take out enemy ships or even heavy units. Materia ingots, these are what you use to upgrade your components. Right now they work on a Mark system. They go as high as you can see, this one's Mark 1. What you find on Corvettes is going to be Mark 1. But you can get them to where you are able to have them up to Mark 3. Obviously, higher marks being more powerful. I'm capable, as you can see, of crafting Mark III components at this point because I've gotten them all upgraded. But yeah, let's go ahead and craft some ship ammo. All right, topped off. And let's go ahead and head over to the cache. Okay. Now, a nice little touch, something that Keepsake has done recently, is it used to be just loot floating in space, looking like it was at scrap, but now you've actually got these nice little canisters that they deploy when they're putting out the loot when you rescue an ally ship, which is actually kind of neat. Nice little touch. And then there are some areas where they will just automatically send it. There are some areas where they will just automatically send it straight to your cargo bay, which is pretty cool too. Star Trek style, just teleport it straight in. Let's see, we got a deployable shield. Got Desperate Barrage, which is a good artifact. So do we have room for it, though, is the question. I'm just going to use it to feed to something else. Let's go anti-ship arsenal. On-foot weapons deal extra damage to ships. Could come in handy. And we got core repair that we picked up from the loot. I'm going to stick that in the core room. Well, let's go ahead and get to the next area. Okay, we're set. Alright, we just got to get clear of the rocks, and then we'll be able to jump to the next area. Alright, starting the jump. Now, ideally, you want to have everybody seated before the jump starts, because if you're not in a seat when the hyper jump starts, then whoever isn't seated will be downed. Although there are some fun things you can do with, there's a toilet on board the ship. You might want to investigate that during a jump, just saying.
The transporter is under fire. You need to get closer and get the attention of hostile ships.
Alright, let me check something real quick. Alright, looks good. Alright, let's go ahead and engage. So we have an ally ship under fire from the Legion right now. The objective of this mission is to rescue it. We're going to have to try and bring their shields back online, which is going to require boarding the ally ship and repairing it. There will be enemies on the ship to deal with. That there looks like a mine layer. I'd like to take that out ASAP. So mine layers are capable to put mines on the on your ship, and the mines will they can have two different functions currently. They can either just blow up and do damage to your ship, which is unfortunate, or they can actually put intruders on board your ship, which is even even more of a problem, honestly. So, all right. Okay. Sounds like we've got a spider tank down below. Yep. Okay. All right, with 2 players, it's only going to take, okay. It's only going to take me to flip this conduit. When you're in multiplayer, it can take extra people to flip the conduits, though, so. Cool.
Excellent. Carry on to the next one.
Yep. Alright, shields are back up. We're gonna have enemy ships jumping in at any moment. Let's see, let's check the loot real quick. That ain't coming heavy.
We're counting on you.
Alright, I found a rocket launcher. Not coming heavy. I'm gonna top off my halberd's ammo. And I'm gonna grab this. And that can be healing my character while I'm piloting the ship. Basically, that little med unit puts up a field where if you're in the field, you're getting healed. So I've got the field around the pilot seat right now. There's obviously a sniper ship over there. Allies' shields are down to about half. Let's go ahead and deal with this laser. Cool. Alright. Freighters dealt with. Alright, I think Buddy got that sniper, which is good. Then we got this one up here. Okay, we got a Corvette.
Ship examined. Build ship acquisition in December. Corvette disabled. Report it and look for value.
This wave of Legion ships is over.
Alright, and now we gotta bring the, do the repairs back on the freighter again, but it's gonna be in a different area this time. And there will be lots of enemies in between us and the repair points.
Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Also, wouldn't hurt to repair the shields on our own ship. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that. Looks like there's a unit here.
You need to repair the shield.
Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed. Shield unit
Cool.
installed.
Shields are back up. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab that rocket launcher because I think it'll come in handy down here. All right, it's away. Okay, I'm seeing radiation. Yep, that'd be you.
That's one down. You need to repair the shield. That's one down.
All right.
You need to repair the shield.
Okay. Ship's cleared, and we're out.
Almost ready. Maya's just
We're going to have enemy ships jumping in at a moment.
Our jump drive is 80% charged. Hold in there just a little longer.
Alright, at this mission, ideally, you're going to want to deal with the laser drone things here first, because they can drop your friend's shields very quickly. And once they do, they start doing some serious damage to the hull. And of course, if your ally goes down, you lose the mission, so...
Activating burst shield.
Got a sniper ship there. Fortunately, the lasers, they're a little squishy, so if you get to them, you can usually take them out pretty quickly.
Ship needs ammo. Build ship ammunition in the assembler.
I'm replenishing ship.
All right, he's gonna flee, which means we're gonna have to chase him down.
Locked and loaded.
I gotta head out. Things are getting crazy here. We'll catch you later. All right, Green. Thanks for joining, buddy. I hope you have a good day. All right.
Activating burst shield.
That was a close
Okay.
call. Great job.
Cool.
We wouldn't have made it without your aid. We owe you.
Let's go ahead and clear the Corvette, and then we'll jump out.
Engaging jump drive.
At this point, I'm not going to bother with repairs because we're just going to be leaving. This is the final jump, and we shouldn't get any more enemies at this point, so repairs are kind of irrelevant. Cool.
Joining the on-foot expedition. You can leave some for me too, you know.
All right, Corvette's clear. And we grab the component. That is a disruptor laser. That is a pilot cannon, and it is DPS-wise, it's the weakest pilot cannon, but it has the best range, the best fire rate, and it has this cool perk where it consumes 0 ship ammo. So it's pretty cool. I rather like that one. All right, let's set destination, and let's go ahead and get up. All right, cool deal.
Transition to jump space imminent.
All right, welcome in, guys. Can't spell today. All right. You got a few people joining.
There are some
Nice.
interesting options for our next
Let's see. He's at level 2 and he's at level 3, so I'm assuming maybe... Let's see if they've got anything they need to do. Let's see what we got. That works for me. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and grab the artifacts, because why not? All right, let's do this, guys. All right. There's a rocket launcher there, which you guys can help yourself to. I'm going to go ahead and deal with our artifacts.
The distress call originates. The Coalition ship needs our help as soon as possible. Make your preparations and let's head over there. Hopefully, we're not too late.
I'm actually thinking... Let's see. I want to test Pineapple Power a little bit more. It got nerfed recently. So let's see. Looks like you got the dome. I'll take it. Destination's already set. Works for me. All right. I'm ready when you guys are. All right.
Check it.
Jump imminent. Remain seated.
Well, we got a full crew for this one. It'll be fun. All right, Rocky Debris.
There's a ship
4 jumps to target.
a portable jammer. We need to destroy it before we can proceed.
All right, looks like they're on skaters. Good deal.
Cruise control engaged. Cruise control disengaged. Material collected. Empty
Okay.
collectors to retrieve it. That's it. You disabled the jammer. We can leave whenever we want, but you should probably gather any valuable items left.
All right, snipers are down.
I found an artifact.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in this artifact, probably, and drop weapons here.
Over here.
Shield recycler could come in handy. I'm gonna put this core repair here. All right, good deal. All right, I'm going to clear out this buoy real quick, and then we can go ahead and move on to the next area. Sounds like we've got enemies. Got ammo.
Attached mines detected. Remove them.
Got a heat blade. More ammo. All right. Okay, it was mines. All right, they got them. Nice job, guys. All right.
Check this out.
There's weapons down below. You guys are free to help yourselves too. Let's go ahead and set the jump. And I'm ready to go when you guys are. Okay. Cool deal. And we still haven't used up a single ammo crate, so we're good on that front. We can replenish ammo when it is time, but for now we're good.
Material collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it.
Okay, materia is in, guys, and we are set to go. Cool.
Detecting jump signatures. It's
Oh, we got ambushed. I see... Is that a... Let's see. Mine layer.
attached mines detected.
Okay, I got that.
Check this out. Over here.
Preparing to enter jump space.
Okay.
The facility we're approaching has communication equipment used for Legion logistics. I need you to perform an override so I can disable the system. I also detect equipment in the facility I can get you access to.
Okay, he's got the radiation. Looks like fires are being dealt with now. Let's see what we got. We got enemy ships here. Enemy ships here. Okay, radiation is good. All right, cool. All right,
Throw it over
Corvette is
here.
the only thing remaining. I'm going to grab the materia as I swing that direction.
Material collected.
Yogi's heading over there, so tell you what, if he could catch it, I'm just going to keep us clear. Looks like he's going to try and outrun him, so let's head his direction. And then we'll head over for the vet. Cool.
Corvette
All right, Corvette's down, and we got a buoy over there.
valuables.
We've got enough materia for shields, and there's some more materia in the filters. So I'm going to go ahead and craft us some shields. We got ammo here.
Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed. New component found. Install it and try
Nice, somebody unlocked a new component.
return it to the hangar for analysis and upgrades.
Check it.
Materia collected.
All right, well, I'll
Empty
give us a little
collected.
materia. He's picked up some more. Let's see if there's any more to see.
Over here.
We could
Requesting
call in a
supply
resupply. There's a buoy there. I'm gonna jump out and deal with the resupply. Got a large repair kit, another large repair kit, and a heat blade. Cool. All right, that's fun.
Help me out.
Go. Couple of materia ingots. We have picked up a handful of large repair kits. I'm not going to complain about that for sure. All right.
Parking procedure initiated. I detect additional Legion forces. That's the vault. Once we've breached the security system, I can open the gate.
Okay.
Get over here.
Med unit. We got another heat blade and a shotgun.
Hostiles incoming. You need to fight them off until the override is completed.
Got a damage amp here.
Progress halted. You need to perform an angle bypass.
Okay, it's up top.
Assist us, please.
All right, we got this. Good job, guys. Cool. Got a shielded drone over here.
Progress halted. You need to perform an angle bypass to proceed.
Let's reload this shotgun.
Progress halted. You need to perform an angle bypass to proceed.
Get over.
Here, grappler. There it is.
Progress halted. You need to perform a manual bypass.
So you could get free of a grappler if you suspect it's going to grab you and you jet back just before it hits you. You can do the same thing with grappling.
Assistance, please.
Normally, if you are not moving, once he grabs you, you're stuck. There's nothing you can do at that point.
System malfunction identified. A manual bypass is required.
I think they've got that, so I'm going to leave that to them. I'm just going to clear the path when they come down. I hear another grappler.
Override complete. We're done. Enter the
There he
vault.
is. All right, cool. Got a split reactor. That's everything there. All right. And back to the ship. Good deal, guys. Destination set.
Initiating takeoff.
I'm gonna wait for everybody to get ready. All right. All right, I'm gonna mute myself for just a second, guys, but I will still be here. I'll be right back with you.
I detect a new jump drive jammer signal. We need to destroy the source before we can make a jump.
Well, that was interesting timing. All right.
Attention, a large fleet inbound for
Okay,
our
we got friends
Prepare
coming.
for evacuation.
So I'm gonna just grab these couple of materia clouds and I'm gonna jump.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
All right, let's go ahead and get up.
Jump imminent. Remains.
All right, let's try this again.
The facility up ahead has data on local Legion fleet movements we can use. You'll need to perform an override so I can download the data. I'll also be able to open
All
the
right.
facility vault.
We got a buoy here. I can see it. We also got some materia
Entrances
scattered
locked
around.
down behind multiple security protocols. Find and disable the control nodes to gain access.
And don't worry, that countdown's not relevant. It's just leftovers from the way that was coming on in the last sector. Okay, we got a galaxy map. We got a crowbar. All right.
Found a galaxy chart. Bring it back to the hangar for analysis. With more, we'll unlock new
Nice.
regions.
Well, looks like there's actually some materia over here. Okay, you got that.
Over here.
Material collected. Empty
Check it out.
collectors to retrieve it.
A hand.
Okay.
Unauthorized access attempt has
I'm gonna check over here. Sometimes there's some goodies on this shelf. We got ship ammo. Nice. I'll take that.
Drone.
Deal with that in a moment. Let's go ahead and get to the pilot seat.
System malfunction identified. A manual bypass is required.
That needs to be dealt with. Nice job. Okay, we
Throw it
got a
over here.
thruster malfunction.
Material collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
Drones. Assistance, please.
All right, it's gonna take 2 of us to flip that conduit. All right, cool. Yeah, radiation. Okay. We'll get to the pilot seat, so we're not a sitting duck.
Progress halted. You need to perform a manual bypass to proceed.
Drone.
Corvette disabled. You may board it and look for valuables.
Okay, we're gonna hold off on that, I think, until
System malfunction identified. A manual bypass is required. Auxiliary power critical. Stabilize it now.
okay. Systems were repaired.
System malfunction identified. A manual bypass is required. Material collected. Empty collectors to retrieve.
Okay. We have a couple of large core repairs.
Bypass to proceed. Material collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it. The ship needs ammo.
All right, it's gonna take 2 of us to be able to flip this conduit.
Get over here.
Okay.
Materia collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it. Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed.
All right. Cool deal.
All security nodes are offline. The lockdown is lifted. Return to the entrance and retrieve the assets.
We got a few enemy ships en route.
Attached mines detected. Remove them.
And they're intruder mines too. Okay, we got a material leak. That's down below. Sounds like he's got that. Okay, enemy ships are dealt with. Good job, guys. Alright, let's grab the materia from the filters.
A hand?
Then I'll give him a hand on that conduit. Small repair. Okay. Has coming along nicely. Now let's put all the materia into the disassembler. Got a couple of artifacts. Resident, Plentiful, and Telmari stabilizer. Let's see. This is a common pineapple, which we already have one plugged in. We've got mass proxy, got shield recycler. I'm thinking I'd like to try out the pineapple again. Let's go ahead and buff up mass proxy. We already have one shield recycler. I'm going to go ahead and scrap that one. And I'll plug in resonant amplifier. And yeah, go ahead and feed that. And boom, those are maxed out. Okay. And now, let's go ahead and make a pizza. And then we can test out pineapple power in its current state. So basically, when you heal using pineapple power, with the artifact the way it is right now, you'll get 70 seconds where you get plus 3.5 damage. So, could be useful. We'll see.
Jump imminent. Remain
All right, Wolf. Thanks for joining, buddy. I hope you have a good one.
There is a trader in this sector. Consider exchanging some of our materia for something we have useful later in the mission.
Okay. Got a trader,
Parking procedure initiated.
which I don't really think we need anything from the trader, to be honest.
Procedure complete.
We're topped off on artifacts right now, and we don't have a ton of material to work with, so...
Initiating takeoff.
All right. He's commanding the toilet. All right.
The transporter is under fire. You need to get closer and get the attention of hostile ships.
All right. Let's get underway.
Drones!
Now, we've done this one once today, so at this point, you guys know the drill. We got to clear out the enemy ships, and then we have to repair the ship's shields.
We'll take any help we can get. Our shields can't be repaired as long as these ships are firing at us. We need to take care of them as soon as possible.
Drone over here!
This wave of Legion ships is
Okay.
over, but not for long. Quickly, repair the exterior
Need some
conduits to
assistance.
restore our shields. We'll take care of the damages inside.
All right, ships in position. Let's go.
Get over here!
All right.
Need some assistance.
Got the first conduit flipped.
Excellent. Carry on to the next conduit.
All right, next one's down below, guys. Let those kamikaze drones do their thing.
Get over here!
Okay.
Need some assistance.
Second conduit, and we got one more to go.
Great. Continue the repairs. Shields are back online.
Okay, good job, guys.
Detecting more Legion ships approaching. We need to hold them off while we charge our jump
Stock up.
We're counting on you.
Grabbing ammo.
Legion ships are here.
Okay, we got laser ships here.
Grabbed ammo.
All right, thruster malfunction. Wait, most of it.
Material collected. Empty collectors to retrieve it. Shield unit installed. Shield unit installed.
All right, good work, guys.
This wave of Legion ships is over, but not for long. Quickly, repair the restore our shields. We'll take care of the damages inside.
Okay. We're in position.
Grabbing ammo.
We need to repair the shield.
Taking ammo. Grabbed ammo.
All right, we're all here.
Get over here.
All right, that's the first conduit.
We need to repair the shield. We need to repair the shield.
Need some assistance.
Okay, guys, we had a little janky. All right. Thank you.
We need to repair the shield.
Had to get right up on top of that one. Interesting.
That's one
Okay.
down. Proceed to the next location. We need to repair the shield. Good job. Shields are active again.
It's a shotgun.
Our jump drive is almost ready. Minus 15 more time. One last wave. Our jump drive is 80% charged. Hold in there just a little
Grabbing
longer.
ammo.
All right, first laser is down. Now we gotta get the other beam cruisers. All right, one beam cruiser remains. Good job. Now we got 3 enemy ships to deal with, and then we can get out, guys. All right, one more.
That was a close call.
All right, cool.
Great job. We wouldn't have made it without your aid. We owe you. Now let's get out of here before more ships attack. Engaging jump drive.
Oops.
Shield unit installed.
All right. The old enemy. What's the market on scrap and trash tech these days? I don't know. Why don't you do some research on that for me, Silver Six, and let me know, huh, buddy? All right, guys.
Check this out.
Material doesn't matter, guys. It won't affect the rewards. If there were Corvettes, we would go ahead and grab those, but all right. Cool deal. All right, good job, guys. We made it out. All right, well, I am probably going to have to call it there, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up there. I appreciate everybody joining who was able to join today, whether you join me in game or in here in the chat. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you're all having a great one. I'll catch you in the next one. Later. Green dancing in the background. Whoa, I'm not. Oh, gosh, I nearly got squished there. Oh, man. Oh, this is the new one, guys. I love this. And then on top of that, they like, you drain your magazine so fast with the halberd with this. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Roscoe says, love some biscuits and gravy. And Silver Six says, sweet potato pie for dessert. Ooh, that sounds good. I'll take some. Yeah, I mean, it was your obligatory scuffing of the paint job. I understand. I don't know, Spectre. You'll have to enlighten me. Throw up some pictures of what you're talking about in the Discord, because not interested in offending anybody. Unless it's for pineapple pizza. Oh, solar flare. If you're outside the ship, you will set on fire now, guys. There's a fire here. Come on. Silly pod. Silly pod. Bullets are for bots. I'll leave it to you then. Okay, that was fun. Shotguns away. We are in the main branch. The experimental is actually kind of behind the main branch at this point.